Okay, let's ride. Okay. My apologies on that. Sorry about that. But once again, let's try this again. Okay, this your main man here. This a Dog Knight. This a Night Rider himself, Mr. O. And I'm back to y'all again. Today is Friday, September 16, 2016. And I know to most of everybody in America that's made the news or whatever. No, I'm not here to talk about no damn iPhone 7 or 7 Plus release or listen to a bunch of idiots who were camped outside of the Apple stores across the country for a phone that hasn't changed in 10 years. I'll talk about that come Tuesday. But today is Friday, so I'm here to talk about what is usually my show, which is WTF, White Thug Friday. And the subject and this story had came across, and you know, I want to thank Taurine Rain for bringing that to my attention too. It comes down to the person that you see in the picture of my podcast happens to be Toby Willis. In case y'all don't know who that is, I don't watch TV, so I don't know these reality TV shows. He happens to be the patriarch of the TV reality show, the Willis Family. So let me just read this to you. This is coming from ABC 7 Eyewitness News out of Chicago, my favorite city. Okay, and you know, this is, you know, Toby Willis, founder of Klan, or Willis Clan, allegedly raped a relative, court records say, allegedly. Let me just read it to you. Toby Willis, the father of a famed reality TV show family, is accused of raping a relative who was a child at the time of the alleged assault, the ABC 7 I-Team investigation has learned. The relative was between the ages of 9 and 12 years old, authorities claim in Tennessee court paperwork, which the I-Team obtained Wednesday afternoon. Willis, 46, and his wife Brenda, both natives of Chicago's South Side, became reality TV stars on the Willis Family show with their band, the Willis Clan, which is composed of their 12 children. Toby Willis was charged last week with child rape. He was arrested on Friday for the alleged crime. Why do they keep saying alleged? You see how the news people say alleged? No, he did it. That occurred at least 12 years ago. Now, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigations began looking into the child sex abuse case late last month. Although the alleged crime, if it was 12 years ago, that was back in 2002. That was just after the family moved from Chicago to the Nashville area before their band began to take off. Prior to that, the Willis family name was associated to the Illinois bribe for license scandal. 6 of Toby Willis' siblings were killed in a fiery van crash in 1994, struck by a chunk of metal from a truck. The driver of that truck had received his license by bribing Secretary of State employee working for Governor George Ryan, who at the time was Illinois Secretary of State. Willis was being held without bond until his next court hearing on Tuesday. Okay, that's good. Bill Speak, an attorney for Brenda Willis and the Willis children, released his following statement from Brenda Willis on Wednesday. Let me try it. I was shocked and devastated by the revelations of events leading to Toby Willis's arrest. As these are very trying times for the Willis family, I kindly ask all to respect our family's privacy. As a mother of 12, my first priority remains with my children and helping them through this traumatic event. Well, kindly ask all to respect your family's privacy. Well, y'all the ones who had a TV reality show and you about your whole family. So once that happened, shoot, y'all privacy is no longer there. It's gone. So I don't even know where she coming from with that crap. Let me continue. We are canceling all appearances for this foreseeable future to focus on the children and their well-being. We apologize for any convenience this may cause. Wrong. No, the TV networks canceled any tape delay or any episodes or any aired episodes. That's what happened. So I don't know what they talking about with all appearances. See how they try to go ahead and try to make the narrative, try to make themselves being the victim. I got a funny feeling she knew about this all the time. Let me go. Now we have and will continue to fully cooperate with law enforcement officials and ask that you direct all inquiries regarding Toby Willis's case to the district attorney's office, who have our complete story. So they canceled all appearances in the foreseeable future. Okay. This is once again, like I said, it's the ever-growing statistic, you know, and I'm talking to the so-called dominant society of your white-on-white crime. This is what white supremacy does. Doesn't even work for you. But you're willing to go ahead to sacrifice one of your own and stuff just to go ahead to maintain the status quo. But this don't come as no surprise to me anyway, to be honest with you. It really don't. Because if the girl was 12 years old, I don't know how old she is now, how well-being, but you know, her bravery has to come out, had the guts to get admit that. Because this happened 12 years ago. This was back in 2002 when she was between the ages of 9 and 12 years old. But see, this is the thing, and here I'm gonna go once again. This is why I call it, you know, White Thug Friday. Okay. Now see, the mainstream media, they'll go ahead and list it if it was somebody black or Latino, like for instance, like with Nate Parker, you know, who was accused of allegedly raping a girl in college, but he was found not guilty. He was acquitted by all-white jury in an all-white town when that happened at Penn State. So I don't even know where they come from, you know, with this. Now it's the same thing like this, because you look at the FBI statistics from 2014. When it comes down to rape, whites lead by a huge margin compared to blacks and Latinos. You know. Now I know the Stormfront trolls or whatever, these white supremacist hate trolls, would like to come on there and try to say like, well, shoot, most of the crimes committed in the country are committed by the N-word and all this other stuff and blah 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 and stuff like that. But let me explain something to you. These are your own FBI.gov put these statistics up here. And see, rape happens to be one of those crimes that account for the 84% of the crimes committed in this country, which committed by white people. Rape, arson, murder, theft, you name it. Mostly by a huge margin compared to blacks and Latinos or Asians or any other nationality. Rape is no surprise right there. Because of the fact of the matter, Toby Willis was also addicted to pornography and stuff, particularly child pornography. So he's already had it in his mind, in his sick little mind, what he wanted to do. But all that you're talking about with the wife talking about please respect our privacy and stuff like that, there's no privacy. You signed a contract to do a TV reality show on your family. So once that happened, you ain't got no privacy no more. The whole world can see it. They don't tell that to the victims of black families when one of their loved ones get gunned down by these race soldiers posing as law enforcement officers or vigilantes. Did they respect the privacy of Trayvon Martin's family when Trayvon was murdered in Sanford by that fat faggot fucker George Zimmerman? Okay. Did they respect the privacy of Michael Brown's family when that scumbag coward Darren Wilson murdered Michael Brown? Okay. Did they do the same for Jordan Davis up in Jacksonville? You know, Jonathan Farrell, Renisha McBride, Rakia Boyd, Walter Scott, Tamir Rice, especially Tamir Rice, Sandra Bland, No. Lamestream media went out there and tried to find all type of disconcerting evidence and everything like that to make the victim seem, the victim seem like that they were the criminal. Same thing they did with Alton Sterling. Same thing they did with Philando Castile. Okay, so don't come tell me about some privacy, to my respect your privacy and stuff like that. Nah, fuck that. It's disgusting, it's deplorable, and it's irreprehensible. You know, a grown-ass man, 46 years old, who can't keep it in his pants, so he decided to go ahead there and do the damn thing with a 12-year-old girl. Same thing with Stephen Collins did when he exposed his privates to underage girls. You know, Stephen Collins, another head patriarch of another TV show, Seventh Heaven. I'm glad I never watched that damn show. But see, nobody don't want to talk about that. But yeah, I know some of y'all white folks are getting out there, y'all pouting off at the mouth, turning red as a lobster. I don't give a shit. The truth is the truth, and the truth is the only weapon that I need. That's my .357 Magnum, that's my .40 Smith & Wesson, that's my AK-47. Okay? 50 rounds in a clip, 120 round drum, and y'all can't handle it. You guys account for 60% of the population, but most of the atrocities and the crimes are committed 70% by you. But the problem is, these laws y'all make is made just only to protect y'all, because when you do get arrested, majority of y'all do not see a jail cell. Y'all just get a slap on the wrist, and that's that. Much like Tom Brady or Peyton Manning, for that matter. You know, 30% of the population incarcerated happen to be white. That's because you got a lot of these rapists and sickos and murderers running the streets, and they knew, and they were caught doing it. Just like, for example, like with Brock Turner. Brock Turner was caught in the act raping an unconscious woman behind a dumpster. The son of a bitch only did 3 months in jail and he got out. And then now he's supposed to appear to speak at college campuses. What a joke. But see, that's that white privilege right there. That's white privilege at work. But I'm glad this with Toby Willis. Let's see how this gonna play out. He's been arrested, he's been charged, and he's being held without bond. That's a good thing. But see, that's white supremacy say, okay, we'll take this one in the chin for now. But the other ones, they just gonna let fly under the radar. But I tell you, I mean, it's almost like the same thing that I spoke about my other previous podcasts, especially like with Victoria Martins, how the mother stood up there and let two strangers she was calling over, people that she was meeting through escort magazines or mail orders or whatever, to come over there and brutalize and rape that little 10-year-old girl, beautiful little 10-year-old girl, rape her, beat her, doing all this. Then they did the worst, dismembering her and stuff like that, and she just stood there and watched and didn't do nothing. See, that's the so-called psychology. That's the animalistic, bestial behavior of the Caucasian. They always had a sick nature. You know, as Professor Black Truth say, you can take the Neanderthal out the cave, but you ain't gonna never take the Neanderthal out of him or her. You know. But this is the same mainstream media, y'all ready and quick to go ahead and try to throw shade on Nate Parker for something that happened 17 years ago, and it wasn't even a rape or nothing like that, and he was found not guilty. He was found acquitted, and that's just ain't coming from the so-called dominant society. You got some of these so-called black feminists too that are at fault, coming out and defending that girl. By the way, that girl, she committed suicide anyway in 2012. I'm not saying that ain't funny at all, but that's the self-guilt, and that's what happens. All this against Nate Parker to try to keep him from releasing the movie. Oh, that's coming out next month, The Birth of a Nation, about the story about Nat Turner. But you see the double standard where it correlates at. Now I want to see these same black feminists come out here and defend Toby Willis. And he know he did it. But not only that, they commit the crime of child molestation and child rape, statutory rape. You know, statutory rape. But the fact of the matter is that that's the sick mindset. I'm sorry, I had a brain freeze there for a minute. But yeah, but this is the ever growing thing. Like though, when it comes down to white on white crime, you know, shoot, because I know it's gonna get a lot of heat, a lot of friction. Because like one of my recent podcasts, I got some friction when I called Victor Cruz out, but that was a whole different level or whatever. You know, it's just crazy. It's just real crazy. But let's just see what happens with that. I guarantee you they gonna find some excuse and they gonna let this fool get out like they did with Brock Turner. I just got a feeling about this. But before I sign off though, that's all mostly I got to say about that. Another episode there of going on white crime, White Thug Friday, I meant to say. But before I sign off though, I'm gonna be back with y'all tomorrow. But before I sign off, really, I want to go ahead and want to try to support black-owned businesses. Like I'm saying, like that. If you're here in the South Florida area, or here, particularly like here in Liberty City, if you're looking for something like a real meal to eat, instead of getting the fast food joints, your local McDonald's, Burger King, Popeyes, whatever, hit up Kai's Kitchen, 305 762 Northwest 62nd Street. That's in Miami, Florida. You're getting the most bang for your buck. Anything you want, he cooks it. He does it right there for you on the spot. And if you people who in the mood that want to go ahead and get your shoes repaired, or you're looking for some apparel that's basically Afrocentric that resonates to our people, or if you're looking for NFL jerseys for all you football fans, try Green & Sons right next door to them. That's right on 62nd Street and Northwest 7th Avenue as well. If you can't find it in the other place, which is Rasul's Menswear, which is on Northwest 7th Avenue and 63rd Street, that's also in Miami. All three of the businesses adjacent to each other, because I got to support black-owned businesses, and we got to keep the black dollar circulating in our neighborhood. And if one thing we need to start doing is going ahead and building that black economic power base, black dollars. Got to start understanding economics, and I'll be talking about a lot of that tomorrow. This your man, this your main boy. I say boy for what? That's a racist word. Michael Evans. This your main man, the Night Rider himself, Mr. O, signing off. Peace out.